And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, book publishing, and so much more. You're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and an effort to engage you to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate hotline number in your phone. It's 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894. And we want you to bookmark our website, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com, a plethora of resources and information available. You can see links to all of our 80-plus show partners there at consumerqb.com. You can also watch our live stream as well from our sister company as well. It's the Real Estate Quarterback Show, Real Estate Radio Tampa.com. And this segment is brought to you by Michael Vogt. He's an expert massage therapist with Back in Health Massage. Giving a shout out to Michael Vogt, owner of Back in Health Massage, located Gun Highway in Del Mabry there. And he's a expert massage therapist, voted top 10 massage services in Tampa Bay by the readers of the Tampa Bay Business Journal multiple times. And also giving a shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. And let's go around the horn here, make our introductions. In studio is Tara Richter, Richter Publishing. Welcome back in.
Yep, good to be in. Today we're going to talk about our Author Awards Gala coming up October 20th and our next book that's going to be released.
Excellent. I love it. Yeah, it's we're about ready to go ahead and unleash this thing. I'm excited about it. I want to go to the phones real quick. We've got William Crowley, a.k.a. the Credit Magician. We asked William to call in, give us an update, things happening out there in the credit space. All right, William Crowley, the Credit Magician. What say you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good
Excellent.
to be back. Good to be back, and greetings to the distinguished panel. I noticed you said earlier in the in your introduction you want to pick a fight with the mainstream media, and
That's
of course
right.
I want to do the same thing by picking a fight with the traditional credit repair companies out there, and let people know that the whole credit industry, to me, is really based on a scam. Even a lot of the credit repair companies, we want to try to clean it up, and one of the ways that we've done this is created a credit restoration assistance program versus the traditional credit repair companies. Okay, now a lot of times the credit repair companies, I'm not saying all of them are misstepping or doing the wrong thing, but for the most part, they're doing a disservice to the community because they're not doing a full load service. And what I mean by that is we have a 4-stage credit restoration assistance program, not just the traditional one step where people dispute the information on the credit reports.
Right.
Okay. So we do 4-stage, and that means we're disputing the information on the credit reports, and we're letting people know up front the truth, that everything may not come off the credit report. It's about 75 to 85%, and the reason is that the credit reporting agencies are investigating themselves, and we've got to struggle and fight for an independent agency to be able to review these disputes. But nevertheless, even with the credit reporting agencies conducting the disputes themselves, then what we want to do is introduce the Fair Credit Reporting Act and then introduce the stages to our clients and let them know, look, here's the laws that you can use, and this is the success that you will have, usually about 75 to 85%. Now, that's what your traditional companies do, except that they don't give the disputes to the client. Now, the other 3 steps that we do or we perform is what we call the validation of debt service, which no credit repair company out there has done it. They may be duplicating our process in the near future, I'm sure, but they're going to be charging an arm and a leg for the service.
Right.
Validation of debt service is when we're going after the collectors. Most people think that they have to pay collection accounts. And a lot of people in the industry, the lenders, the realtors, and the mortgage brokers, are telling people to pay collection accounts, and we say that's an absolute no-no. Do not pay a collection account, but also do not ignore these collectors, okay? We don't want to ignore them. We want to have communication with these collectors because they're bringing a legitimate concern to our attention by saying that they think we owe a debt. They give you the opportunity to dispute it, even though it's kind of like in the hidden print. And so what we want to do is we want to shed some light on this by helping our clients in disputing the information on the credit report and then issuing a validation of debt to any collector that says you owe them money. Because traditionally what happens is when the original creditor charges a debt off, it relieves all parties of any financial obligation. And what I mean by all parties, the consumer, us as the consumer, we are relieved of the debt as well. So you will no longer hear from the original creditor. But the collectors will buy the debt for pennies on the dollar. And listen to me carefully, pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
And the maximum amount they're going to pay is about 3 cents on the dollar, and they're going to come after you and expect you to pay them full face value and sometimes plus penalties and fees and interest. So don't do that, folks. You could take this money and put it down on the properties or add to something more productive in your lives as opposed to just frivolously throwing it away to collectors. And now we've addressed the collector in a twofold manner. We've disputed on the credit report, and then we've issued a validation of debt to the collector telling them legally, if I owe this debt, produce the original note. They do not have the original note. Okay, they do not have the original note, and that's what our documentation is saying. So this is what we call more of a complete credit restoration assistance program versus your traditional credit repair. The other two steps is the Federal Trade Commission follow-up letter and the cease and desist. Okay, these are two important factors as well, but most people just most credit repair companies just negate to even offer these services because sometimes I think they're just out for the money as opposed to really genuinely helping the public. Okay, and I don't know how much time I got left, Brandon, but I'd love to go over the Federal Trade Commission follow-up letter and the cease and desist as well. How much time?
We're sitting here at 4 minutes. Let me just kind of bring into as well. So basically, what you've just summarized is that when you look at a credit report, there's a lot of things that should not be on there. So as a consumer, you're able to dispute those directly with the bureaus. And William Crowley, a.k.a. the credit magician, is who we're talking with here. And he's an expert. He's been doing this for years and years, and he's able to help you, clean up some of these issues that are on your credit report and improve your credit scores and reduce your chances of identity theft. So, yeah, go ahead. Continue, William.
Okay, great. Yeah, we want to definitely reduce your chances of identity theft because we do offer and encourage people to put a promotional block on their credit reports. Do that. That's actually an additional service, or I should say our 5-step credit restoration assistance program, because we do encourage people to put a promotional block on your credit report. Whether your credit is good or bad, everybody should have a promotional block on their credit report. It's a free service that the credit reporting agencies try to keep that information subdued, okay? Mm-hmm. So we want to enlighten the public and let them know, get a promotional block on your credit report. Just back to the Fair Credit Reporting Act and disputing. I want to make sure people are aware of this as well. Every item on your credit report is incorrect, inaccurate, because the credit reporting agencies have not properly verified any of this information that's on your report. So people out there that are disputing the information on your credit report, when you come across something like this foreclosure is mine, this repossession mine, this tax lien is mine, this judgment's mine, no, it's not according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act as it pertains to the credit reporting agency. We know that it belongs to you with the lender, okay? But the credit reporting agencies must verify this information prior to putting it on your report. They cannot just gather information and slam your report. So we try to tell people, look here, we're not encouraging people to go out there and just try to take advantage of the lenders. Pay your debts, pay your bills on time, okay? But things do happen, and that's what I'm here to do, is to help people that have had some misfortunes, financial misfortune, to get back on your feet, and then you can do right by the lenders in the future, okay? Because a lot of times people think, well, if a person has had bad credit, that they're worthless. They're not going to be brought back into the industry because they're going to take advantage of people again. That's not true, folks. That's definitely not true. And what we're trying to do is help people to get back on their, correct footing, start paying the bills on time, and keep your credit in an improved status so that you can go ahead and take advantage of the great interest rates that we talked about on this show, some of the great lenders that we have on the show, the great realtors, et cetera. Okay, so we all work hand in hand. And my specific job is to keep people's credit reports legally clean, so that you can participate in the economy from a more advantageous standpoint.
Yeah, and William, when you're able to help them with their credit, if you improve it 20 points or 40 points, whatever it might be, that could be potentially a whole different, what they call a bucket in the underwriting space. Whereas that lender that's going to underwrite, if you get up into that 700 bucket or that 680 bucket versus being at a 649 or a 39, what happens is now you've got a lesser down payment you're looking at. You've got, so that's less money out of your pocket going down. You've got a greater interest rate, a lower interest rate. That's going to be, saving you a lot of money, and that's going to affect you on thousands of dollars when you look at these amortized loans. So William Crowley, the credit magician, he's got a free credit package that he offers to the first 5 listeners. If you text the word credit to our hotline, we're going to give you this free credit package. Text in for the credit package now at 813-917-1894. Free credit package, first 5 listeners that text in, 813-917-1894. All you have to do is text the word credit, and we'll put you in touch with William Crowley, show you how to reduce your chances of identity theft, cut off all that junk mail coming to your mailbox, and help you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, the Business Journal, the Tribune. And I got a couple of hot listings that just hit the market. You're going to be hearing about them first. I got 13167 Royal Pines Avenue in Riverview. Great buying opportunity. Triple Creek subdivision, 3 bedrooms. Could be a 4th bedroom. There's actually upstairs a 4th bedroom opportunity. 2 bath and 1 half bath, over 2,550 square feet, listed at $279,000. Great buying opportunity here, originally built in 2012 by Lennar Homes, and it's a great buying opportunity, 13167 Royal Pines Avenue, as well as an Oldsmar beautiful buying opportunity here. It's a commercial opportunity at 700 St. Petersburg Drive in Oldsmar. And it's currently utilized as a barbershop, but you could pretty much put any type of a building that you want here that is a business, rather. And it's over a 1/4 acre MOL, 50 feet of frontage at 700 St. Petersburg Drive West in Oldsmar. Corner lot, great buying opportunity, $295,000. And there is a 1,400 square foot heated building on the premises. So great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And this segment is brought to you by Hula Bay, the official restaurant partner of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, located at 5210 Tyson in South Tampa. 5210 West Tyson. Great waterfront ambiance, awesome food, great sushi, and even better service. Great team over there. Say hello to Mike Finnegan. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Hula Bay down in South Tampa, the official restaurant partner, as well as Smart Move Moving and Storage is our moving partner as well, helping a lot of our clients with their transition from their old home to their new home. Giving a shout out to Hannah and her team over at Smart Move Moving and Storage. And Kay, in the first segment, we heard from William Crowley, the credit magician. I hope you got that credit package if you need it. And we're in studio now talking with Tara Richter of Richter Publishing. And we've got a new book coming out. We're real excited about it. Just got the proofs in, and it's going to be finalized in the next week or two. Very excited about it. And Tara, awesome. Yep. Awesome job.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. You know, obviously the concept is becoming the MVP of your industry by surfing the radio waves like we are here today. So I think it's a unique concept, you know, of how to start your own radio show, how to market it, how to get your partners, pretty much everything that you do here. So it has a lot of unique content for people. And I think, you know, it's a different idea to get yourself out there into the marketplace in a different way, you know, other than buying advertising. You know, obviously social media is really good as well, but then also radio too. So I think there's a lot of great content for people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's radio. We have, you know, thanks to our friends at Tampa Bay Multimedia as well, Josh Vazda, John Gasson do a great job. We got, you know, a camera in studio, so we've got a TV version of the show. We've had it on broadcast television. We're going back to broadcast very soon on This TV Tampa Bay and other outlets. So it's a radio show. It's a TV show. It's a great marketing platform. It's a way that you can have a distinct advantage over your competition. Just yesterday, I got a call from a, you know, prospective agent looking to change teams. Coming over, he said he loves the style, he loves what we're doing. He's heard the Grant Cardone interviews, and he says that's where I'm looking at. You know, it's innovative and it's something that's new and refreshing.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And so, you know, your book will obviously be out here soon, and it'll be featured at our next Author Award Ceremony and Book Gala.
Nice.
Which is going to be October 20th at Cooper's Hawk Winery. We have about 15 authors that will be showcasing their books, all new authors for the very first time. So that's always really exciting.
Cool.
You know, we have some really great titles that, you know, obviously they're all like nonfiction business books, some like personal memoirs. We have a really good plethora of information for people, you know, to come out. And right now we have early bird ticket sales. It's only $35 per person, and that includes all your wine and unlimited appetizers. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Very cool. I mean, $35 plus you get to see all the awesome books that are released. And
exactly. You know, and it's all local authors here in the Tampa Bay area. We only have one that's from the Philadelphia area, and he actually was the inventor of the Cosmo Finger Guard, and he has a product. That product is on As Seen on TV. So he has a business book as well called Nothing Happens Until the Meeting's Set.
That's right.
So it's kind of, you know, all of his philosophies that he used in business, how he got on, you know, As Seen on TV. So he's going to be flying in. So that would be really cool, you know, that he's going to fly in and have his book here for sale too.
Very cool. Yep. And you know, it's a way that you can reach out to Tara Richter and her team. They make the process absolutely pleasurable. And, you know, we have, you know, opportunities. There's different packages that you offer. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I think I've done that on previous shows. But, you know, so there's ways that you can, you know, if you want to write the majority of the book yourself, you can. If you have, you know, the affinity and you're real busy like myself, you know, you can sit down and Tara and her team will come in and they will basically kind of ghostwrite it for you, and I'll let you explain more of the process.
Absolutely. We have all different kinds of packages to help people throughout the various processes. We can either write it for you, you can write it, we come in and edit it. We have PR packages, we have social media. And another cool thing at this year's award gala is we're going to be raffling off 5 golden tickets that is going to have a percentage discount on a writing and publishing package.
Cool.
So at the gala you can buy tickets, $5 each, and you can get anywhere from 5% off, 10%, 15, or 20% off your total package. So that's something cool we're going to be doing this year. And also something I'm going to announce at the gala is that we're going to start a writing contest. So this year we're going to basically implement a writing contest where people from anywhere, really anywhere all over the world, could write 20,000 words, and then they'll have a deadline to submit that manuscript, and then we'll go through, with my editorial staff and read, and the best one will actually win a free publishing package from us at next year's gala in 2017.
That's pretty cool. So it gives you an opportunity to, or it gives entrepreneurs out there and writers and authors is an opportunity to, put their best foot forward, knowing that if they win, if they're selected, you're going to help them out and get it published.
We'll get it published for free. So we're going to start doing that once a year now. But, we'll have all the details and everything at this year's gala, for all the information and the guidelines and all that stuff. So if people come out this year, they'll get all the info and then, when to submit it for next year. And the only catch is, in order to win, you have to be present at next year's gala.
Yeah, you got to be present to win, because we want the support. You want everybody there. You want to be supported. And, it's a great opportunity. So we've got our book coming out here as well. And, give a shout out as well to Connor Anthony. He helped out a lot with this book, and he's got kind of the perspective of a show producer in the book as well. So it's, you want to have that team. It's all about the team. When you think about the quarterback show and the things we've done in our career and where we're at now, it's all about surrounding yourself with good people. So,
absolutely.
Big shout out there as well to our team and our growing team at Platinum MVP Realty. We're looking for great agents that might want to, grow their career, expand their career, kind of, shift it up and have a different USP or unique selling proposition is the big thing in the industry when you think of from an entrepreneurial standpoint these days. So important to be different and stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. So a book is a way that you can do that. It's your calling card. You can give it away to clients for free. Because no one's going to throw a book away. If they do, there's something wrong with them. Never throw books away. Yeah. If anything, they'll give it to someone else.
Donate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just, we've been in business now. We're going into business for 3 years. We have almost 40 titles published, with 10 of them becoming bestsellers. So we're just ramping up and getting more and more authors every day. So
nice.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. And that idea of walking into a listing appointment or a sales presentation, and instead of handing out a business card like traditional or maybe a brochure, I sit down with my clients, my listing clients, and I'll say, hey, here's a signed copy of my book. It's all about consumer advocacy, my previous book, and it's about, helping people. Everything we do at our company and all of my companies is about paying it forward, helping people, and being that consumer advocate, helping people avoid commission-based advice, making them more street smart and kind of giving them the helicopter view in the marketplace.
Because really in this economy, it's a completely different economy. So the whole thing to do as a business owner is to give away all of your knowledge for free or in a book for $20. And then the whole thing is people read it. They'll be like, wow, this is great, but I don't have time to do this myself.
Right.
So then they'll come back and hire you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a big point. Maybe we'll elaborate on that in the next segment as well, Tara, where, it's more of a collaborative, easy for me to say, economy out there, So the more that you can collaborate with others, look at the model that we have with the show, and it's in the book as well, where we have 80 partners, and each person is an expert at their specific category and function in life. Accountants, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, multiple attorneys, and estate sales, home inspection, right on down the line. And it's a way that we all collaborate together. We work hard to make the pie bigger and then each person's piece of that pie is going to be respectively bigger as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we love it. We're having a lot of fun here at iHeartRadio every day, weekday, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's your most important hour on the radio. Remind you to check out our YouTube channel. Some awesome interviews as well. Last week we had Jarek Robbins in studio, Tony Robbins, his son Anthony Robbins, and some great content there as well. Check us out on Facebook. Follow us, like it, share it. We really appreciate all the follows as well. And stay with us. Don't touch that dial. More from Tara Richter, Richter Publishing. I think we're having a call in as well from John Grant with Eagled LED Lighting. And we're going to talk about manufacture to close Tampa plant and expand to Pasco County. Story from the Tampa Bay Business Journal. We'll be right back. Consumer Quarterback Show.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Real Estate Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty. This segment is brought to you by Michael Lisenko. He's a safe money coach here in Tampa Bay, helping as a financial advisor. He's a fiduciary, helping people with their money and their decisions in terms of retirement, planning that, as well as a big shout out to Scott Maurer over at Advanta IRA, helping you buy alternative assets in your retirement plan. And a lot of times you can buy real estate properties, put them in your IRA, take advantage of extra tax incentives, tax breaks, and ways that you can really be smart with your money. There's a lot of smart money moves going on right now toward real estate because there's the bricks and mortar behind it. You can buy a triplex, a quad, a duplex, and these types of properties, and you can have multiple tenants in there. And great buying opportunities right now in Tampa Bay. And if you're a seller on the fence about selling, there's no better time to sell right now. The rates are still low. There's a lack of inventory. We want you reaching out if you're interested in potentially selling. We have a severe lack of inventory. A lot of buyers out there that are very interested in getting in this market. So a couple of hot listings for this segment. I've got 18003 Cozumel Isle Drive in Tampa. This is a gorgeous property. It's immaculate. It has a hotel design style. It's kind of inspirations throughout. Modern chic, clean lines in Corey Lake Isles. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, split floor plan on the water. It's got an infinity edge pool. Beautiful property here, listed at $1.199 million here. Another great listing with Platinum MVP Realty. Over 3,690 square feet here at 18003 Cozumel Isle Drive in Tampa. And I got a beautiful beach property for you. Have you ever wanted your own beach getaway? And Tampa Bay is the best place in the nation for staycations. Shoot over to the beach on the weekends at 13235 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 409. This is a condo-tel, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, fully furnished, community pool. You walk across the Gulf Boulevard, and you put your toes into the sugar sands of Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, we're back here in the studio. We're talking with Tara Richter, Richter Publishing, and a lot of good things to talk about here, Tara. There's a lot of positive momentum with your company, with our companies. We're real excited. There's such a vibrant feel in the air here in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm. And the cool thing is that my publishing concept is a lot different than versus traditional publishing. So I actually work with people all over the world. I actually got an email from a lady in Denmark who is flying into Tampa and going to meet with me to discuss her book. And so, I just have to ask, I'm like, is there nothing like what I'm offering out there in other countries? And she's like, no, which is just, it's really cool and exciting, that we do things differently, that we're like your one-stop shop. Because a lot of traditional publishers, they're not going to help you write the book. It's like they have these specific requirements, like you must give us a, professionally edited manuscript that you submit a query and it sits on somebody's desk and piles up. Right. And then somebody goes through and decides, no, you get a rejection letter after rejection letter. Where, with my company, we sit down with you and we create the book with you so that we know it's going to be a good read, So we're not really necessarily accepting and rejecting manuscripts per se. It's more like the scope of the work. And I don't like doing query letters. I don't like doing those kinds of submissions. I actually do, the free 30-minute phone consultations. Right. Because I want to meet the author. I want to know who they are because we're going to have a relationship. Right. So I want to know that we're a good fit, personality, just like work ethic, like all that kind of stuff. It's like the whole roundabout thing versus then, I'm just looking at, a manuscript.
Yeah, if you want somebody on your team, you want to pre-interview them. You want to find out because you're going to have this ongoing relationship with whether it's, releasing the book, the process of working with the book, or, having these cool parties that we're having on October 20th over at Cooper's Hawk. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting.
Exactly, because, also I don't really know of any publishers that gives awards out to their authors. Right. So, I started this concept 3 years ago. So we're going into our 3rd annual Author Awards Gala and book launch, which is, my one big party to promote all of my authors that published that year, get the books out, get a lot of people in, get like TV and radio, and then to actually, give awards because why shouldn't we be, giving awards to these people that are making a difference in the community with all their stories? Because once again, it's nonfiction. So these are stories of, people being in horrific car accidents, winning lawsuits, just really inspirational, motivational stuff. So, you're not going to come in and get like 50 Shades of Grey. You're actually going to get content that you can read that's going to help you advance in your life.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like about it as well. Is you're taking, if someone is inclined to write a book, they're going to have some strategy behind why they're writing the book, some nuggets of advice, things that they want to do to pay it forward, and that's what we're doing with our book as well, is become the MVP in your industry by surfing the radio waves. And we have a whole coaching program behind that, because it's literally changed my game. It's changed my real estate business, taking it to whole new levels. And it's all a function of having an idea, acting on the idea. I think that's the big part. Is they say one of the jokes out there is the wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard, because with it die so many great ideas that people don't act on.
Exactly. So it's getting people motivated, to go out there and do it. And I think everyone has a story to tell. Especially for business owners, how they started their business, why. Usually, obviously, it's a passion of yours, and you really want to help people.
Right.
And like we were saying earlier, this is a day and age of where people can just do everything themselves. You can Google it, you can watch a YouTube video, you can do so much yourself.
Yep.
So instead of keeping all your secrets to you, you share them with the world and hey, look, here's my book on how to, start a business, or for you, start a radio show.
Yep.
Here's everything. Here's the blueprint. I'm giving it to you,
Yep.
For $15, $20. But yet most people won't do it. 90% of people won't. Some will. Some people will read it, run with it. I'm that person. I'm a go-getter.
Yep.
I read something. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I run out and implement it right away.
Yeah.
But a lot of people won't, but then you'll be an expert in that industry, and who are they going to come and hire? You, because you wrote the book on it.
Yeah, because it's hard. There's certain things some people act in, and there's been many studies on success, and one of the favorites that I listen to is talked about is Dr. Edward Banfield. He's a sociologist out of Harvard, and he did a study on why some people move up the socioeconomic ladder faster than others, and it's the the time perspective. When you're going into a prospective decision, it's the time perspective. So the longer you look into the future, it's hard to write a book, Tara. It's gonna take some time, effort, and energy on my part. And another point too that I hear is that it's interesting to see where many times wealth will skip a generation. And many times you see it with fallen empires, the Roman Empire, all these different empires, they get cocky, and then they don't have the same work ethic. So you see movie stars or executives, and their kids, they're not working as hard, and that wealth may skip a generation in certain cases.
Yeah, which is sad, but that I think kind of boils down to the entitlement syndrome.
Yeah.
Where, the parents probably were, middle to lower class. They busted their butt to get where they were. And so they had a really good work ethic. And then their kids were born into what they had already accomplished.
Yep.
And they're like, well, it's already here.
Yep.
So what do I need to do? And then, you lose it. And, and then their kids are like, well, geez, this isn't fun. I mean, because you got to have some motivating factor, some driving passion to work the 200 hours a week, to give up certain things, to just grind until you can get it done.
That's right.
And I think, there's a certain person that can do that. And then there's certain people that just don't. And, me, I have dreams where I'm working, and I'm like, really? I can't even rest when I'm sleeping. I have to go off in my dreams and work somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's great. And that's for myself as well. When I was growing up, it was working with Dad. So I knew that if I had to go out and work with my dad in the property preservation business, I think it's one of the hardest jobs ever. You're going out and cleaning up foreclosure homes, and how people leave those homes in what condition. So you're cleaning them up, cleaning them out, changing the locks, cutting the grass, tarping the roofs, whatever needs to be done to prevent the property from future damage. Because that's why it's called preservation. But those are long, hot days, lots of grass cuts and those type of things involved. So for me, my brothers, growing up, we grew up in that, and it was always, hey, we were in a sport, football, track, baseball, wrestling, whatever it was. We didn't have to work, so we always made sure we were busy with some type of a sport. But that's you're right on point, is the work ethic.
Absolutely. And I think there's kind of a lack of that, in this society, day and age. I mean, I have been working since I was probably 12. Whether it was like, oh, you want to go to the mall? Okay, mow the yard, you know? Like my dad, he's been in real estate his whole life. So then I was doing like his rents, and I was doing payroll, and I was doing other stuff, you know, at like 16 years old. And I mean, then my mom, like my first job was at Dairy Queen. She's like 14 years old. You're going to start working, you know? So I think it's kind of instilling those, you know, hard work ethics in kids when they're young. Of like, even if you have money, make them work for something so that they can get a car, they can pay for their insurance, and they just have the appreciation.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a little checklist at home of, you know, did my daughter do this, and this, you know, and make them check off the boxes and make them work for it, make them earn it. And our nuggets of advice for the parents out there. So, but yeah, when we come back, we're going to hear more from Tara Richter, Richter Publishing, helping you write your own book, kind of write your story. And also we have a call in from John Grant, Eagled LED lighting, lighting specialist here, and ways that businesses and residents can become you know, more green and save some money. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, realestateradiotampa.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Real Estate Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay, featured in Florida Realtor Magazine, multiple times recognized for innovations with marketing, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. And this segment is brought to you by Florida Firearms Academy, helping people with concealed permits. And they've got an awesome range over there in Oldsmar, close to the Oldsmar Flea Market there on Tampa Road 580. Big shout out to Kevin Wild over at Florida Firearms Academy, as well as Brace Accounting. Ronald Brace, Tom Oleski, they do a great job on our accounting side. They are the official accounting partner of the Real Estate Quarterback Show. Big shout out to Ronald Brace. He's actually an off-ice official for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's been doing it for many, many years, and I think over the last 24 years he's only missed something like 4 hockey games. And, who better to have as an off-ice official than an accountant, right? So we're back here in studio live from iHeartRadio. Got a couple of hot listings for this segment. I got 5722 Tanager Side Road in Lithia, Parkside Village. Great buying opportunity, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, $459,000 and over 3,200 square feet. And it's in Fishhawk. Beautiful pool home here, over 3,200 square feet at 5722 Tanager Side Road in Lithia, as well as a waterfront beauty here, 8211 Brent Street, number 838, Port Richey, San Pebble Point condo, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, community pool, condominium with a boat dock as well. You got your own private boat slip. Over right at 1,700 square feet, listed at $389,000. Great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, we're going to come back to Tara Richter here. Where I'm going to got John Grant on the phones calling in from Eagle LED Lighting. John, you there, buddy?
I am. How are you?
Excellent. Things are well. And yourself?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Yeah, man. What are you seeing out there?
We're in the middle of that big push, as we've been just talking over the last couple months, and there's still a lot of these rebates available from the federal government, of course, from tax incentive basis, and then also the rebates to the power companies, and trying to get as many of these businesses and facilities converted over from traditional lighting to LED.
Yeah, I know on previous shows you've talked about, helping significant savings, helping some of these businesses with significant savings at, maybe warehouses or, businesses where, you can come in, you can show them the right way to do it.
Well, yeah, when you can go into a facility and you can walk through it, get a count of everything they have, and come back and show them that although it's $30,000 to replace all their lights in their facility, they're going to save $3,000 a month in energy just in converting that over for the next 12 years.
Yeah.
So they're looking at $35,000, $36,000 a year in energy savings over the course of that 12-year period. That's a big number, and that doesn't even include the federal incentives that are involved at 60 cents a square foot, which is again a big number, as well as the rebates through the energy companies. Like TECO offers a pretty decent rebate, which in this particular case, out of $30,000, they may cover $8-10,000 of it. So
wow,
it's a big reduction of a baseline, or what we call a straight line expense on every business's P&L. They're paying for electric. If you're a municipality or a hotel, or even property management companies where they're paying for that common area lighting to be on all day and night, this is a big, huge reduction when you take 80% of that lighting bill and get rid of it.
Yeah, huge. And not only that, it's great for the environment. You know that you're doing something great for the environment. You're saving some money. You have tax incentives, federal income tax incentives. You got 60 cent per square. What was it? 60 cent per
60 cents a square foot. And not only in the environment of the green technology of the LEDs, and of course that they're restrictive of hazardous substances, and so that makes a big difference in our world in the long term. And of course, eliminating 30, 40, 50 bulbs that equal to one LED, but also when you're reducing this kind of load power, across the grid for a power company,
right?
That has a huge effect on the environment too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's huge. That's huge. So we want you reaching out to John Grant, Eagle LED Lighting, and a longtime partner, friend of the program. Does a lot on our Friday night live show, and that show's been going pretty well, John.
Yeah, that show's great, man. I really appreciate the opportunity, and love the followers. We're already, starting to get a lot of headway with it, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and focusing a little bit on the youth football leagues and, some of the sports fans that we have out there. Of course, the quarterback show, we have a big affinity towards that.
Absolutely. There's nothing like growing young men and women into, the future leaders of our world through extracurricular activities, and sports is just a great avenue for that.
Right, absolutely. So I want to remind you, reach out to John Grant. All of our show partners, their contact information is available at realestateradiotampa.com. Just click on the Expert Contributors tab. John Grant, Eagled LED Lighting, can help you with your company, help you with your home, and help you save some money, and most importantly as well as, helping the environment. Let's do it for our children and their children. And John, I want to thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me, Brandon.
My pleasure. We'll talk soon. And we're back here in studio. We're going to go into our final couple of minutes here, Tara. We're going in and talking about consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid, ways that our listeners can live a better life. In the lightning round.
Well, like I said, at the Author Awards Gala, October 20th this year, you can get tickets, first of all, on my website, richterpublishing.com/events. The early bird tickets are only $35. And at the awards gala, you will have an opportunity to buy raffle tickets for our 5 golden tickets, which is percentages off of our publishing packages. So that's a really good opportunity. We only have 5 of them available. And then, also with the upcoming writing challenge, where, we're going to challenge people to write 20,000 words in their manuscript, submit it to us, and all the details will be available at the gala. And then we will pick one winner for 2017 to actually get a free publishing package.
Wow, that's exciting. That's cool.
It is, because, it gives an opportunity for people, and there's not really like an age limit or anything, because, I've had some kids in college come and they just can't afford the, obviously the prices. So this would be an opportunity for someone like that who financially can't afford it, that maybe they'll win a free one and have an opportunity that they wouldn't, therefore have. So yeah,
it's interesting, the way a book can come about. And I was watching The Wolf of Wall Street over the weekend, and crazy stories in that book. But it's funny how that book came about.
Mm-hmm.
The story. I don't know if you heard it.
Well, I watched the movie, but I'm not really sure like how it all came about. But it was just his life and.
Well, the way the actual book idea came about is the guy went to jail, Jordan Balfour or whatever. He went to jail, and his first suite mate or his first roommate in I almost said in college, but in prison was Cheech and Chong, like one of I forget
really?
which one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he's like, dude, you got to write. He's telling him all these stories. He's like, you got to write a book, bro. So writing a book can change your life. It can change.
Absolutely. It changed my life. I mean, I wouldn't be here today. I never imagined I'd be running a publishing house.
Right.
Like, no idea. But it was because I wrote and published my first book like almost 5 years ago.
Yep.
That first book got me on CNN, ABC, Daytime TV Fox, radio stations all over the world.
Yep.
And that first book was my ticket to success. Everything snowballed after that.
That's right.
And now I have 40 publishing house, going into like our 3rd year, and it's an amazing adventure. So, that's why I tell people, if you think you have a story or you have like an inkling, something that just keeps nagging at you to write a book,
that's right.
Or people keep saying you need to write a book about that, freaking write the book.
Yeah, that's right. Don't wait. Do just a little bit at night if you have to. Every night if you do a little bit, incremental times. I'm holding up for you, our viewers of our television show. I'm holding up the cover of our book as well. Become the MVP in your industry by surfing the radio waves. Richter Publishing, thanks so much for helping us with this, and we're real excited. Connor Anthony as well as co-host of the show and co-writing this book as co-author, I should say. And parting words of advice.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, the one thing I can say to people, if they are, looking to start writing their book, what you can do is every day wake up first thing in the morning and write 715 words.
Mm-hmm.
If you write 715 words a day for 28 days, by the end of the month, you'll have a 20,000 word manuscript, which is about the size of the book you have right there.
By the inch, it's a cinch. By the yard, it's hard.
Yeah,
so there
exactly.
You go. Break it down incrementally. And so that's Tara Richter, Richter Publishing, and we got that party coming up. They're the author award ceremony on the 20th of October.
October 20th.
And real excited about it. A lot of positivity, a lot of great things happening. Our team's growing. We're making a positive impact. We're getting a lot of good listener feedback on, hey, your credit guy helped me out so much. Your financial folks help me out. Your real estate agents have a great job. So batting 100%, on all of our feedback, and we have not had one bad feedback with any of our interactions with our listeners out there. So we're real excited about that, and we want you to go out there and please consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time.